Hi, how are you, my friends? I miss you so much. Today, inshallah, we will continue properties of minerals. In the previous lesson, we learned three of these properties: color, luster, hardness. Today, inshallah, we will complete this lesson, properties of minerals, by number 4, streak, number 5, cleavage, number 6, crystal shapes. And also in the end of the lesson, you will know some additional properties that scientists use to classify minerals or identify it. Let's start with the first property today, streak. What is streak? Streak is the color of the powder that a mineral leaves. In the previous lesson, when we make a hardness test, if you remember, we use minerals to scratch each one. If this scratching happens, you will find some powder form. What is the color of this powder? The color of powder is called streak. This streak can use for identify the minerals. Not all minerals have the same streak. Some minerals such as gold leave a streak that match their color, but sometimes the streak is a different color than the mineral itself. For example, hematite can be silver or red. The streak of hematite can be silver or red, but its streak is always red. The streak of hematite is only red. Also, if you remember false gold mineral is called pyrite. Pyrite has a green-black streak. It is different than the gold. Number 5, crystal shape. Each mineral has crystals that are a particular shape. This crystal shape can be helpful when trying to identify a mineral crystal. Crystals are classified by this shape and the angle between these parts. For example, fluorite has cube-shaped crystals. Corundum crystals looks more like hexagons. The shape of a mineral is not always easy to see. Scientists must sometimes use magnifiers or microscopes to see a crystal's shape. 6. Cleavage. Most minerals will break in definite patterns. Minerals that break along a smooth flat surface have cleavage. So cleavage is the shape of a mineral after you divide it. For example, mica has perfect cleavage. It breaks into thin, shiny layers that are flat and smooth. Some minerals do not have any cleavage. Quartz is one of them. Quartz often breaks into space with a smooth surface that looks like the inside of a seashell. Still others minerals splinter like a piece of wood. Magnetite crystals often form shapes called octahedrons. Halite has cleavage in 3 directions. Halite is a mineral's form of table salt. So cleavage is the last way to identify minerals because you should divide it. Maybe when you divide it, it make cleavage like mica. Maybe when you check it or divide it, you will not get a cleavage like quartz. Now open your book, page 242. We will answer question number 6. Classify. If you have a small mineral sample, why might testing for cleavage be one of the last things you do? Think for a while. Yes, guys, if you try to get a cleavage, you should divide it. Sometimes when you divide it, you will not get a cleavage, so the sample might destroy. So the answer, because it might destroy the sample. Now we will learn some other mineral properties. This is also used to identify the minerals. There are many other ways to identify certain minerals. Number 1, 2 minerals, pyrite and magnetite, are attracted by magnet. So sometimes we can identify minerals by attracting to magnet. Number 2, some minerals such as gold, silver and copper can be shaped or cut. Number 3, scientists can use chemical tests to identify some minerals. For example, if you drop vinegar on calcite, bubbling will occur. Number 4. You can use the other senses to identify minerals. Not all minerals feel the same when you touch them. Some minerals can be identified by their smell or taste. Let's answer question number 7, page 243. Draw a conclusion. Which of your senses might you use most often when identifying minerals? Think for a while, guys. When you identify color, which sense you use? Yes, sight. You can use your eyes to identify the minerals by color. Also, what about touch? We learned in other mineral properties that there are different touch between the minerals. You can identify them by touch. Also, you can taste some minerals. That's fine. So the answer, sight and touch. Let's answer question number 8. How can minerals be classified? So it is a summary for our lesson. We learned many ways can be used to identify minerals. We can classify them by luster, hardness, streak, cleavage, and also the other mineral properties. Good. So the answer will be luster, hardness, streak, and cleavage. It's enough. Question number 9. Which property might you test by rubbing one mineral directly against another? Think. Yes, it is hardness. It's a mineral property we use when we scratch two minerals together against together. We check the hardness. Okay, that's fine, guys. This is our lesson today. Now we finish this lesson, how to classify minerals. Thank you. Nice to meet you. See you later.